The last thing you'll be doing in Unit 3 is creating calculators in Excel to solve several problems based on several cases of common beam loads. You can find the common beam loads at the bottom of the text under Reference. So there are 8 cases on this table. All I want you to do is 1 through 7. So you're going to come over to the Excel file here, and there is a tab already at the bottom for calculators, and that's where you're going to build your calculators for each of these cases, except for 8. So let's do example 9 together and create a calculator for it. So example 9 has a simple beam of 20 feet long and a 8,000 pound load at the very center of it. So if we come down to our table here, we can see that that relates to case 1. So let's start building up our calculator. So our variables are going to be our length and our load for case 1. So let's put at the top here, let's say input. I'm going to merge these two cells together. So here's my inputs. I have length and I have load. Load. So I'm going to put, let's see, that was length of 20, load of 8,000. 20, 8,000. I'm going to format them so I know what they are in terms of units. So come down to custom. The file you download should have these at the bottom, all the different formats. So I'm going to scroll down. I need feet. And then do the same thing for this one. Format. Scroll to the bottom. And pounds. I just want this one. So now I need my outputs. Merge this together. So I have my maximum load, or maximum moments, and maximum shear. So M and V. And down to my reference here. So my maximum moments equals my load times length divided by 4. So I can just type that in. I'm going to put my load times length divided by 4. Let's do the formatting on that. That's going to be in foot-pounds, because I took pounds times feet. And then my shear is just my load divided by 2. Load divided by 2, and that's going to be in pounds. And there we go. So once you have all of your calculators set up, you should be able to jump over to your problems and take the numbers from each of them, plop them into each of the appropriate calculator, and it should give you the correct answer. If once you have your answer from your calculator and you input it into the problems, it is auto-graded, so it should let you know if you set up things correctly. Kind of a nice thing to do when you're working with this is under the View tab up here, click on New Window, and that will just bring up another window for the same Excel workbook, and then click on the Problems tab here. So now you can kind of work with your calculators and then input the correct answers for each of the problems as you're going through them. Let's run through one together real quick just to see how kind of the workflow. So here on number 4, that's the correct case for this particular calculator. So I have 23 feet and 5,004 pounds. The calculator updated there, and then I'm going to click over here, type in the numbers. Some of the problems you're going to have decimal places. I did set this up so it shouldn't have to have the exact number. So if you're close, it should give you the points. 2592, and there you go. And it is half points for each of these, so don't think that you're getting something wrong when it comes up with half. So if you don't get points, that should mean that there was something wrong with your calculator. You just need to go in there and adjust it.